compliance, liquidity, payment processing, all the boring legal regulatory stuff. We handle all of that so that FinTech entrepreneurs can go to market more quickly.
Hi, I'm Ross Gates from Alphagrowth. Today we're here at the Starfish booth and I'm here with Thomas from Wyre. Thomas, great to have you.
Thanks so much for having me, Ross.
You're quite welcome. You know, Thomas, it's hard to get people to speak on camera. Not a lot of people have the training, but you run a podcast, right? So you know how to do this.
I do. The funny thing about running a podcast is, yes, it's like you're navigating the discussion, but you're never like the focal point of the actual conversation. So it's kind of a different flavor when I'm being interviewed.
Okay, so you're not the one spitting knowledge usually. You're the one asking the questions. But you understand what I'm going to have to do to ask you the right questions. And you understand how to help me navigate it.
We could certainly help each other.
Okay, let's go. So Thomas, you work at Wyre. Tell me about it. Tell me how you're integrating with different dApps. People might not know what Wyre does, so start at the beginning.
Yep, so Wyre's actually been around since 2013. We've had a few iterations of Wyre itself. We've been in the cross-border payments business. We actually started out as like a Bitcoin merchant processor, the whole kit and caboodle, right? And we ended up finding ourselves just as like an infrastructure provider for dApps and DEXs. So what that actually means is we're actually helping dApps and DEXs connect to the fiat world and partaking in that entire infrastructure stack, right? So that's compliance, liquidity, payment processing, all the boring legal regulatory stuff. We handle all of that so that FinTech entrepreneurs can go to market more quickly.
Gotcha. So when I say I'm accepting PayPal for my business and I have to scroll through all of I accept all these terms, that's basically Wyre, but you're doing blockchain and you've thought of what all those terms should be so that by hitting accept, I know that it's all taken care of. And I can add a new form of payments to whatever my dApp is or my website, whatever it should be.
That's right. So it's a little bit more complicated than that, but simplistically, yes, it's almost like a Stripe for crypto, right? There's some sort of user onboarding process. Once that user is KYC AML verified, which is a prerequisite for money transmission, right? You can link payment methods like wires, ACH, debit cards, rolling out credit cards in the future too.
Wyre is rolling out credit cards?
Wyre is rolling out.
You already have debit cards?
Well, as in we're working with a credit card payment processor or other credit card networks like Visa and MasterCard, and then facilitating that as a payment method through Wyre. So we're not actually printing and issuing credit cards yet.
Right, but I've seen previous like crypto credit cards where it says MasterCard or Visa, and you can use it as a debit card, so no one knows that there's crypto, but when you use it, it automatically transfers like funds. Is that what you're doing? Or?
No, not exactly. What we're doing is linking a credit card basically to an Ethereum address, right? So if a person wanted to buy a CryptoKitty and it's actually one Ethereum, which might be $100, let's call it, they can swipe their credit card on CryptoKitties. So basically have like a checkout process where they're entering their very basic like information like name, email address, phone number, along with their credit card information, and then boom, zero to CryptoKitty in 20 seconds, right? We facilitated the entire payment processing and liquidity leg where we've gotten the US dollars from the credit card, we've accepted that, bought Ethereum on the user's behalf, that Ethereum is given to the person selling the CryptoKitty essentially, and that CryptoKitty ends up in the user's wallet. So really awesome. Smooth user experience.
So you put blockchain completely in the background. Like they swipe a credit card, you handle all the transactions, but no one has to even really know that all the transactions are happening, except that CryptoKitties is in your wallet. And
that's right. The whole idea is to expand the market, right? We want to move beyond just crypto people. Like I'm probably very used to copy pasting addresses, paying for gas, wrapping my ether, but that's not how you actually expand and capture market. Right?
Exactly.
You need to make a process that people are already used to. So making that traditional checkout process available, we hope to expand the market that way.
Awesome. Yeah. So to that end, what is your next big milestone that Wyre is reaching?
We're at this point in the company where we have so many partnerships in our pipeline, so many people that we're interacting with on a daily basis. We're ready to kind of scale our business a little bit. So hiring is very, very important for us in Q1. So if you allow me to, I can spit out like kind of the roles that we're hiring for.
You want marketers? You want say them all?
All of it, right? So we're always looking for engineers.
What types of engineers?
Yeah. full stack blockchain engineers as well. There's some smart contracts that we're actually hosting on the Ethereum blockchain, so a little bit of interaction with the Ethereum blockchain as well. So someone that understands Solidity, but generally like a full stack engineer, I think we can develop them into that. So always we're hiring engineers, we're hiring a head of product, like a VP level product manager that can kind of run with the CEO's vision.
Head of all product, or is there one specific product that they would be managing?
It would be the API, right? I guess the widget product will also fall under that purview. We really are very focused on that, so it makes sense for us to hire a product manager to focus on that as well. On my team, more specifically, I'm kind of in this hybrid group with product partnerships and growth. You know, we're still a startup, right? So in that team, other than the product manager, we're hiring a community growth lead, so someone that's going to engage the community, partake in very crypto native initiatives, like outside of just like attending conferences and hosting meetups and facilitating our like Twitter game and like helping me out with the podcast and things like that. They will be like engaging the crypto community by hosting jobs on Gitcoin, right? Or talking to DEXs that are trying to roll out market making programs and trying to engage, actually like bootstrap the network, right?
So just trying to find all those crypto-centric platforms and start conversations wherever they can, and find out which ones are the most effective.
Add a value to the network in ways that Wyre is positioned to help out in, but currently maybe not helping out in.
So, and providing value is like teaching people how to use Wyre, or is it just teaching people how to use blockchain in general? How do you see that person providing value?
Yeah, I think it's more of like a high-level positioning sort of role, where it's like, hey, we're Wyre. This is all of the things that we can do, and hey, this is the community, and this is kind of what the community needs, and bridging that gap, and making sure we're talking to the partners and engaging them. It's more of a role for that, rather than like purely educating them on the Wyre product. That we hope to do very much through like our online, like our website presence and other channels. Our sales team will hopefully be really good at doing that as well. Which leads me to mention the other job role that we have open, the sales operations associate, right? So we have a great problem right now at Wyre. Our partnerships pipeline is booming to the point that, myself, Jack, and Mike, we're not
can't
able
have
to
enough conversations in one day.
We can't have enough conversations in one day. So we're trying to optimize our process as well as create online tools, kind of like what Stripe did, right? They extended out their documentation so much and a partners page so much that someone, even if it's two hackers in a garage that want to use Wyre, or a wallet with 5 million users, they can kind of set up, they can talk to our partner, or they can interact with the partners page to be like, hey, this is what I need from Wyre, this is who I am, and this wizard on the partner page will spit out, cool, this is what the integration should look like, here's your test account, here's your test API keys, like let's start playing with it, right? And at the very end, the sales guys can come in and like actually negotiate the deal. So very much like cutting out like the early part of the deal process and optimizing that. So the sales operations associate to build and optimize that.
To learn everything that you do, learn what your most common interactions are, get them into that process, increase your throughput, bring Wyre to the next level.
We're always a tech-forward company, right? The decision is, do we hire 10 more salespeople, or do we build
hire
out the technology?
2 more engineers?
Yeah, exactly.
Engineers.
Exactly.
Well, in the meantime, 5 salespeople and 2 engineers. Awesome.
Right.
Sounds like you have great plans for Wyre and you're going in a good direction. Can't wait to see where it goes.
I can't wait either.
Awesome. Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks so much, Ross.